So with that, over to you, Rajendra.
Thank you, Alice. And I think it's exciting. When I gave the opening remarks as the chair, it was full of excitement. And, I was looking forward to learning. Last 2 days have been really fulfilling for me. We learned a lot about resilient resources, well as the live event does come to an end, but it seeds a new ecosystem. As my co-chair Tim said, we created a family. This is a wonderful platform, a great learning experience for me. I looks like, I did a diploma in resilient resource use. Nothing short of that. I have looked at the path breaking work people are doing, the great ideas they have been asked and presented before us for seed funding. While I was going, through all the resources, and I made sure I did that for every resource people have posted, for every discussion people have posted. I looked at the chats, I looked at the documents, I looked at the videos. So I picked up some very important ideas. And why I would quote that, it comes from all the participants who are the strength of this platform. And these are the ideas I'm going to research more on. I'm going to, probably look at some action items. So I'll just quote them randomly, and this comes from each one of you who have taken pains to, put this here. So right from starting the mapping the flow and figuring out where to intervene, long-term environmental impact, climate extremes, phase out or reduce dependence on energy-intensive resources, right of nature, human rights, policy and political trade-offs, very important, drivers of political decision making, longevity of electrical appliances to reduce e-waste, a very interesting idea. Bio-waste recycling, synergy between solar energy and agriculture, very important for a country like ours. Conservation of riverbed, circular economy, water security, using tech to predict damage to coastal areas, using foresight techniques in resilient resource use, very interesting concept. Using games to teach children about resilient resource use, and the innovative local currencies. But one of the main messages, the chair of the symposium, that I think it's very loud and clear. The financial resources include the human resources and the natural resources. Now, having said that, we need to change our approach. I mean, those who have undergone this entire discussion for the last 2 days, it makes it amply clear that we cannot put them just for accounting sake. We should change our way to look at them from accounting perspective to accountability perspective. Now that changes our whole lot of thinking about the human resources, the financial resources, and the natural resources. It changes and aligns our goals to the resilient resource use. What it does is we start thinking long term instead of the short term. We start thinking of world as a family rather than a market. Rather than politics deciding the decisions, it is the science that decides. And rather than just announcements and actions, we lead to outcomes. And finally, growth becomes development. So resilient resource use is a shared objective, a shared goal, and a shared responsibility. That is what is the key message coming out of this 2 days of symposium. And I think this is a moment of truth and a call to action for each one of us. And it is not small by any chance. This live platform, I can actually congratulate the entire team for having developed. It's so user friendly. I enjoyed using every feature of this platform. And when Seema had approached me a few months ago to be a chair of this, I was little, like in a panic, like what all we'll have to do. But as we moved with time, they all made it so easy for us, and it has been like a seamless platform. We have built a community. We received requests from each other. I think we will continue to engage with each other in terms of the goal of resilient resource use. We all know that academia doesn't agree with the industry and populations don't agree with the industry either. But on these platforms, when we come together, we understand the interplay for each others to make this goal. With the Royal Academy of Engineering, I pledge to take this commitment to resilient resource use and spread it in my sphere of influence. I think all those delegates who have reached here, it is not an easy platform. I think it's an august platform where you would have reached because of your contributions or your potential to contribute. I hope you will make the best out of these platforms, spread the idea of resilient resource use, be safe, healthy, and with our actions, we'll shape the planet better and leave it better than what we inherited. This is not an ordinary symposium. This is a symposium for change. It's a symposium for action. Thank you all so much, and over to my co-chair, Tim Lenton.
Thanks, Rajendra. Indeed, I love that sentiment that this is a this is a time for collaboration and a time for action. And we've been covering incredibly rich and diverse territory, as Rajendra has nicely